we're going to dismantle Flossie, like pretty much completely down to the frame. So some reasons, I'm gonna get working on this pretty soon, but some reasonings behind that. Well, there's some. There's another reason, if I can get the light turned on here. And battery is too low to turn on the light, but oh well. That's pretty much, there's a lot of reasons. There's another reason. And also the shock brackets, namely that one. Tried pulling the shocks off because I need new shocks on this. And it is completely rusted out. But it is riveted to the frame. Now it's a C-channel frame, but really, I already messed around with rivets for the rear shackle mounts. And on those are sandwiched. Right now the body is actually resting on top of the shock bracket, pretty much. So I can't reach it from the top, and I really can't reach the rivets from the bottom through the frame rail to get them out. So I'm just going to pull the body off. That'll make it a lot easier to draw out the rivets for shock brackets, and I can patch rust while I'm at it, because this thing needs a lot of rust patching, and it's going to be a lot easier to do upright. The last ride here, boys. Alright, driving a manual transmission, manual steering vehicle, one-handed. A little bit instant train, but Flossie's like herpy. Oh, I'm gonna miss this Jeep. Gonna be putting some parts in vandemonium for winter storage. Oh, and it looks so cool. Alright, so I'm just gonna take off some of these easy pieces. You know, you gotta love the ingenuity of this stuff. Tailgate, hood, and windshield all just pop right off. And we're gonna be stuffing some stuff in vandemonium here, because probably won't be working on vandemonium much, and if we do, we can move stuff. There we go. Somebody put a tree here. Good grief. Come on. There we go. Oh, look, another CJ hood. Well, I got a bare bones Jeep right here, man. Body parts, we don't need them. Alright, well, I got all the easy stuff torn off, which was pretty easy. I think next I'm going to work on taking the fenders off. The grill, thinking I'm going to keep the grill on for now. Grill and radiator, we'll leave that stuff all attached. Just pull off fenders. We got, looks like 4 bolts going into the firewall and 3 bolts down there onto the grill. And the fenders should come off. There's nothing else attached to them at all. Then the body, there's really only like 4 bolts that actually run through the frame right now, so that'll be easy. Hello there, Flossie. Come on, button. There we go. Now we're talking. All right, day 2 of ripping on Mr. Flossie right here. So, yeah. Last night we got fenders off. Get these supports off. The wiring, since I wired this and I'm a genius, I wired it with plugs there. So, just unplugged right there, split the harness. All the harness on the body, I'm thinking can just stay there. I'm not going to be doing any work up on the firewall or anything. Even my horn over there, unplugged. There's nothing connected to the inner fenders except one screw to hold the parking brake cable. That came right off. Next, another big thing is going to be taillights. I'll probably just cut the wires for those. I don't have them on plugs, but just a bunch more little stuff. And then to get this thing off, there's right down there on that front toe board bracket, I guess, bolt there, bolt down here. I don't know if there's a bolt under the gas tank or not. I know on that side there's 2 bolts, which aren't doing anything. Then along the back here, there's like 4 bolts along the back going into this bumper, but I think there's only this one on this side is the only one that's actually doing anything. Hopefully those bolts come out. So I lied. There's actually no bolts going through this bracket to the frame. The only one is back there in that floor, which I did get that out. It literally just broke as soon as I put any torque on it. Down over there is just spinning. I think that one's threaded into the frame or something. I don't know, it's just spinning. So I'll probably have to grind that off. Now I'm working on pedals. So PB Blaster is definitely your friend when working on stuff like this. Pull that bolt out, and then pedal should come out. I got the other one out already, but you do have to pull that bolt all the way out. It tightens the fork where it's split, tightens it down. There's also a notch on the pedal that notches into the bolt, so you do have to pull it all the way out. Need a ratcheting wrench. Ha-ha! Half-inch, man. Maybe unzoom the camera a bit. There we go. Buttery. I love PB Blaster. If anyone wants to sponsor me, feel free. Booyah, Jack. Now let's see if we can grab the pedal out. Gonna need Mr. Tripod again. See? Y'all can see right there is that notch that the bolt locks into. Alright, there are only a couple bolts holding this cover in. I already got them off. There we go. Exposed transmission. I'm gonna try draining the gas tank here. Okay. Because the gas tank must be empty because there ain't nothing coming out. I have the gas cap off, so it's not like creating a partial vacuum or anything. So, I thought there was more fuel in it, but I guess not. See if fuel tank can come out now. Well, there is fuel in it, but I guess it just wasn't enough to actually drain out. So it wasn't sitting level or something. So I thought there was more fuel in it than apparently there is. Yep, there's not much in it. Fuel tank disinstalled. This one bolt here, I don't really know what's going on, if it's like threaded. There's something on the underneath on this frame bracket that it's bolt threaded into that's just spinning. There's no hex on it. It's not a nut. It's like inch wide. Once I get it out, I'll show it to you. There's really, and it's too close to really get vice grips on. So I don't know if it was supposed to be welded to the frame or something and that busted off. I don't really know, but I don't care. I'm just gonna grind that bolt head off and it'll be good enough. This ain't a concourse style stuff right here. I wonder what it's like to work on rust-free vehicles. I just wonder. Subscribe, maybe I can afford one. I ate that disc up. Ooh, that's spicy right there. What a spicy unit. All right. Alright, so I'm taking the, we're just going to try to take the whole steering column and steering box off. Yes, you can lift the tub off with the steering wheel and everything intact. And I feel like once I get help here, we can lift it up. We can lift it up high enough, but I don't think this body is structurally good enough to be lifted that much. So, and I don't want to pick this thing up and have it make like a taco. So I'm just going to take the time and pull off the steering box. It's very hard for you guys to see, but let me get a light here. Got 3 bolts there running through the frame with the other side on that side. And then we disconnected the drag link and it should work. So I'm just going to try to do that. And it's a cold, snowy day in the shop today, but we actually aren't in the shop today. We're out in the Flossy Storage Tarp Garage and doing some preliminary stuff on Flossy's body. So right now, literally the only thing that is both connected to the body and the frame is gravity itself, Mr. Isaac Newton. There is nothing else that is connected or holding them on. So first I thought there were bolts on these toe board brackets underneath the firewall there. There's no bolts there. There's just bolt here on each side. This side there would be a bolt here. My whole floor is, there's nothing to bolt to. Believe there should be bolts along this mid-floor riser. Those on mine are rusted out. Then I didn't realize the bolts right here that also go into the seat bracket. Those go into cross member of the frame. They have to come out, and right along this back panel here, there'd be bolts all along, but I ended up only having one over here that I need to ground off. The other ones are rusted, or that one's beat in and busted off. So wiring's disconnected. I had my brother and I, one on each side, trying to pick it up, just barely lifting, and the middle was staying down. So if I try to lift this thing up, it's gonna make a taco. Now I have to say, I do like tacos, especially like crunch wraps with multiple fire sauce packets, but I don't want Velocity to be a taco. If I want a taco, I'm gonna get a Taco Bell. So I'm going to run some braces along here. This, I'm going to measure and put ratchet straps to get it as straight as I possibly can. I believe factory spec was within ½ an inch. I'm going to try to do a little bit better than that, but it's a Woods Jeep, I don't really care. Show you what's going on with the back here. Not worried about the bubble, because I know the springs aren't level, but touching there, a lot of gap there. Touching there, a lot of gap there. So that's just symbolizing that those two sides are drooped down. So got this ratchet strap here. I'll get you guys on a tripod and try to get that straighter. Hey folks, so we're just taking the tape measure and measuring across the body. Got that ratchet strap there holding that good. So measurements from right here below the dashboard and back here across is the same, but in the middle is shrinked in. So I have this piece of wood, wonderful craftsmanship went into that, and this is a very precision piece here, cut to the measurements that the back and the front are, and buenos dias. Now, technically, we get our assistant holds the dumb end. What do we have here? 55 1/4. A hair under 55 1/4.
You measure that.
You good? 55 1/2.
Didn't I say why don't we weld the rear first and then put this in?
Okay.
Pull it out.
Okay, hold up. Where's the back and forth again? 25. We got that tacked in, pretty robust, and we're gonna put this in with spacer. Oh yeah. They'll 12 volts to measure. Sure. I'll let you measure. Jeez, give me the smart end. You're the one who graduated high school. 55 1/4. 55 1/4. 55 1/4.
Alright.
Told you I was smart.
So that'll work.
Yep. Down the side, That actually looks pretty good.
Okay, you line it up for me over there. Okay. Good? Yep. I'll hold it from here. The ground is connected to the back. It's on the tub, so you should be okay.
Okay.
A nice good beat on it.
All right, folks, look at this breathtaking beautifulness. That's welded on. That's welded on. We just did a dry run and picked it up. No problemo. So, also, look how like straight that is. I always knew it was sagging. I didn't think it sagged as much as it did, but now that it's straight, it's so much better, and I believe it's actually closer than factory spec was. So we're going to roll that out, pick the tub up, and just walk it back in here. So I'm going to get y'all on a tripod, and I think we eliminated the Flossy Taco effect.
Door up.
Like the P's and toes. That ought to be good, right? Yep. Alright. Straight up. Walk it back in. Watch your forward angle in there. Yep. Okay, keep it slow. Keep it slow. Yeah. Should grab something to set it on so we don't smash our fingers. Never even thought about that. Alright, hold on. Let me reposition. There we go. Nice. Look at that. Alright, that looks tight. Yeah. Alright, folks. I have 2 Jeeps now. Alright, tub's right there, and it looks super tiny now. Sitting there. It actually looks better now, for some reason. We got the tub here. Let me get you... There we go, now we have a light. It actually looks really cool. If I don't get the tub patched in time, we go to Bantam, wood bench seat right there, and just display it as a rugged 4x4 chassis. That looks pretty cool. Is it just me, or does it look really short now?
It looks really small.
The wheelbase like looks a lot shorter than before.
The tires look huge.
You want to see the drive shafts? You want to service your parking brake or put the overdrive in?
That's solid. That's not.
Yeah, that drive shaft. But look at the back of the engine block. See, you never saw that before. Yep. Rust repair commences.